Mladen Vranic was born and raised in Zagreb, Croatia. His family fled the country during the Nazi occupation, but returned after the war, and Mladen entered medical school and began his research related to diabetes.
Well, I finished medical school and a PhD in Zagreb, Croatia. And during the summers of the medical school, I worked in the laboratory. And the line of research at that time in that laboratory was diabetes.
Mladen Vranic is a living legend in diabetes research. Here's a man who's had funding from the Canadian Institutes of Health Research and its predecessor, the Medical Research Council, for 42 years in a row, which speaks volumes about the quality of what he does.
In 1963, Dr. Charles Best, the co-discoverer of insulin, invited Dr. Vranic to come to Canada as his final post-doctoral fellow, a move that marked the beginning of Dr. Vranic's almost 5 decades of groundbreaking research with global implications.
Here's a pioneer who invites an individual to become his postdoctoral fellow. And from Best to Vranic, we have this continuity. Now, Charlie Best mentors Mladen Vranic, who in turn mentors the current generation of leaders in the diabetes field across North America. And this is the way science grows and develops.
It is almost impossible to overstate the major international impact and influence that Dr. Vranic has had on the field of diabetes and metabolism.
Vranic really helped illuminate for us the role of the liver. He helped illuminate insulin resistance and hypertriglyceridemia as part of the condition. He opened the door accordingly to exercise physiology and the role of exercise in management of diabetes.
I organized some 30 years ago the first ever a symposium on exercise and diabetes. And I was told that this push created then a whole series of symposia for the next 20 years. The epidemiologists have now strong evidence that exercise can prevent diabetes type 2.
So in a whole set of areas related to this total body concept of diabetes, Mladen's work has been seminal.
That's what is important. The life of a diabetic today is near normal, except for a number of injections of insulin, insulin pumps and so on, but they can lead a very productive life. That was not the case before the exercise story was developed.
And in some ways, he's been the grandfather of all these outstanding athletes living with diabetes who have excelled. It's an incredible legacy.
Dr. Vranic's seminal contributions in a number of areas, including glucose metabolism, exercise, hypoglycemia, and stress, have changed the landscape of diabetes research in Canada and internationally.
The discovery of extrapancreatic glucagon was also something where Vranic played a pivotal role.
If you remove the pancreas, there is very little glucagon left. They have diabetes, it's a very mild diabetes. It was so dramatic that one of the researchers came and I saw that he will hit me, but he was my size, so I wasn't too concerned.
When people were trying to look at glucose and its metabolism and turnover some decades ago, we had none of the tracer technology that we have today.
When we validated them and perfected them, it was like an explosion. Because this is the key of diabetes. How does the liver work? How does the muscle work? And for that you need very precise tracer methods.
Dr. Vranic's influence is easily recognized when it's noted that he has trained most of today's leaders in the field.
Vranic school would be similar to other schools in which you try now to combine physiology with molecular biology, which I believe is the future. And I'm just one of those who does it. But it's very rewarding.
Best's legacy really has been sustained and augmented by Mladen, so he's really one of our heroes here at the University of Toronto.
It teaches you not to give up. So I've never given up.
He's had his hand in so many different breakthroughs He really has transformed the field. So a remarkable scientist, excellent educator and mentor, fine administrator, true triple threat individual, and a lovely guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian Medical Hall of Fame laureate, Dr. Mladen Vranic.